Did Prince have a premonition of his own death? Everyone remembers the day that the superstar died, but not everyone knows how many questions arose afterwards.
How did you feel when you heard the news today?
Devastated.
Any Prince fan knows that he presented himself as the poster child for clean living. While he might have rocked and rolled through an era that promoted excess, he reportedly didn't want artists who indulged in alcohol and drugs on tour with him. Turns out, though, there was a side of him that most people had no idea existed. It all became apparent on April 15, 2016, only about a week before he died, when his private plane was forced to make an emergency landing at the Quad City International Airport in Moline, Illinois. At first, his representative told the press that he had experienced the effects of the flu for a few weeks and felt unwell. It was later revealed, however, that he had received Narcan, a drug that rapidly reverses an opioid overdose, on the tarmac. The revelation that Prince was using opioids came as a shock to his fandom. According to some reports, Prince had depended on painkillers for years because of his long history of iconic and grueling performances. This ultimately resulted in him opting for hip surgery in the 2000s. Thereafter, he received more prescription pills, and when he died, authorities found a number of pills around his house. His use of painkillers wasn't a secret to his closest friends and confidants, though, leaving behind questions of what measures, if any, were taken by these people to help the musician. Prince's official cause of death was determined to be accidental fentanyl poisoning. What never made sense about this is why Prince would be taking fentanyl in the first place. We now know that he took painkillers, but he never had any prescriptions for fentanyl to his name. So why did investigators find around 49 black market pills that contained the lethal substance after his death? How did he acquire it? Addiction psychiatrist Scott Bienenfeld proposed that Prince didn't even know he was taking something else to begin with. He told Rolling Stone, "The majority of my patients are pain patients, and someone gave them fentanyl as an add-on. You've taken OxyContin, now take this." Most of these musicians, trust me, don't know it's laced with fentanyl. These types of counterfeit pills are produced in other countries, then brought back into the US where they are sold for as little as $10. According to Mark Metz, an attorney for the state of Minnesota, Prince believed the pills he was taking, which were marked as Watson 853, were run-of-the-mill painkillers.
So Watson 853 can be a legitimate pain reliever, similar to Vicodin.
However, it was undetermined how the musician attained them. Metz said in a statement, "There is no reliable evidence showing how Prince obtained the counterfeit Vicodin containing fentanyl. The bottom line is that we simply do not have sufficient evidence to charge anyone with a crime related to Prince's death." Upon arriving at Prince's Paisley Park on April 21, 2016, medical personnel found the unresponsive musician inside an elevator. They proceeded to give him CPR in an attempt to resuscitate him, but he was pronounced dead shortly after they arrived. While this might seem like a minor detail in the grander context of what happened, music executive L.A. Reid appeared on CBS this morning to discuss how this event chilled him because of a conversation he had with Prince beforehand. Reid mentioned Prince and the Revolution's song "Let's Go Crazy" from the 1984 Purple Rain record. Specifically, he focused on one particular stanza, which asks, "Are we gonna let the elevator bring us down?" Reid went on to recall, "One time, when I was with him, privately, he said, 'You know what the elevator is, right? Well, the elevator is the devil.' It scared me. I don't like to talk like that, but he said that. So for me, it was like really haunting when I read that he was found in an elevator." Did Prince have some sort of premonition about his death? It's not something we'll ever know for sure, but this small anecdote will always beg the question. Despite the fact that authorities found a highly illegal substance in Prince's body and on the premises, no arrests were made in connection to this. Why? There simply wasn't enough evidence to go after anyone. Still, considering Prince's high profile and the nature of his death, it was surprising that no one was charged or implicated in this manner.
I'm pretty sad. I'm trying to keep the tears back. Somebody had to have gotten these pills for him.
In addition, authorities discovered that Dr. Michael T. Schulenberg allegedly prescribed a painkiller in someone else's name for Prince a week before he died. In doing so, Schulenberg went against the Controlled Substances Act, but he only faced a $30,000 civil charge. As noted by the court, this was in no way an admission of guilt. Prince's sister, Tyka Nelson, told Rolling Stone that no prosecution would bring her brother back. She said, "You can charge 20,000 people and toss them in jail. Will that bring my brother back? It's not. It didn't matter if it was a knife or a gun or fentanyl. If it doesn't bring back my brother, it didn't matter. Being a public figure or even someone with immense wealth, a will becomes crucial to deciding who inherits what and how much after someone dies. Prince, who was reported to have a fortune in the region of hundreds of millions, didn't have one. This is especially strange, considering the amount of people involved in his business and personal affairs. In the days after Prince's death, Tyka Nelson revealed that she had no knowledge of a will and filed a case to have someone appointed to the handling of her brother's estate. After this, over 700 people came forward, claiming to be somehow related to Prince and wanting a piece of the proverbial pie. Sifting through these claims and numerous opportunists, it was determined that the only official heirs would be Tyka Nelson and Prince's 5 half-siblings, Sharon Nelson, Noreen Nelson, John Nelson, Omar Baker, and Alfred Jackson. 6 years after Prince died, the court ordered for his estate to be split evenly between Prince Oat Holdings LLC and Prince Legacy LLC. If you or anyone you know needs help with addiction issues, help is available. Visit the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration website or contact SAMHSA's National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP, 1-800-662-4357.